evening from Los Angeles, California. I'm Dr. Ryan Abba. Well, we have it here, finally. Here is a redacted copy of the affidavit behind the FBI search of the disgraced, twice impeached former president's Mar-a-Lago home. You know, there's a lot in here, even with the redactions, of which there are plenty. This redacted affidavit outlines what documents the disgraced Trump took with him from the White House to Mar-a-Lago. We also learned new details about how the FBI came to know about all of the documentations that former disgraced, twice impeached president took to his home. In the 15 boxes turned over to the archives in January, the FBI found 184 unique documents bearing classification markings, including 67 documents marked as confidential, 92 marked secret, and 25 marked top secret. The agents also found documents with marking that signify information gathered by human intelligence sources and FISA intercepts, which, according to the DOJ, are among the most highly classified aspects of the documents. And then there is this piece.
Presidential records subject to record retention requirements currently remain at premises. That's Mar-a-Lago. There is also probable cause to believe that evidence of obstruction will be found at the premises.
Obviously, this is a multi-page affidavit. I think it's approximately 32 pages with exhibits, and it was heavily redacted. But we knew that, and we knew that this was going to happen because there had to be protection, among other things, of sources for the people that gave this information to the FBI to form the basis of this affidavit. Now, this affidavit must have the attestation under oath by the person, the applicant for the warrant, which is a special agent with the FBI assigned to the Washington field office. But it specifically says in paragraph 4 that this special agent is, quote, familiar with the efforts used to unlawfully collect, retain, and disseminate sensitive government information, including classified NDI. The FBI agent specifically referenced the kinds of materials that were retrieved from Mar-a-Lago by the National Archives earlier this year, and the way it is written almost sounds like a real kind of warning or alarm from the FBI to the judge in this specific case. Now, Republicans and the allies of the disgraced, twice impeached loser former president are now responding to the parts of the Mar-a-Lago search affidavit that were released earlier today.
His spokesperson, Taylor Buttigieg, tweeted this: the release of the heavily redacted, overtly political affidavit only proves that the Biden administration is desperate to cover up their unprecedented, unnecessary, and un-American raid against President Donald J. Trump. This is a grave travesty, and what is unredacted only further supports President Trump's position. There was no reason for a raid. It is all politics.
CNN's Gabby Orr joins us.
That's exactly right. We've seen 3 individual posts from the former president. 2 of them were audio posts, 1 an actual statement from the former president. And, you know, it's mirroring what we've heard from him before. In direct response to the affidavit, he's saying that it's heavily redacted. That was the first comment that he made. He said nothing mentioned on nuclear. We know that some of the early reports after the initial August 8th search said that some of the documents received were connected to nuclear weapons. He's saying there that nothing in the affidavit is mentioned on nuclear. And then he went on to attack the judge in this case. The judge that was presented with this affidavit decided that there was enough probable cause to have that search at the FBI facility, or excuse me, at Mar-a-Lago, based on the FBI affidavit there. But you know, in the audio feed, in the audio recording that the former president posted, one thing that he also said, and I'm looking at my notes here, he said they could have talked to us. They could have taken anything they needed. And one thing that we learned from the affidavit is that there were exchanges between the FBI and members of the DOJ and the former president's team there. So some things that the president's saying in these comments, in these audio comments, are already disputed by what he's actually attacking right now.
We have heard this rhetoric before, and we didn't expect anything else from the losers team, which it is. When the Trump team doesn't like being investigated, They say it is all politics. To support my work, please click the subscribe, the like button, and the notification bell so you wouldn't miss any of my new videos.